Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to another Skateboarding Beginner, number 293. Yeah, man, 1993, that's when I got in a Thrasher magazine doing an ollie down 10 stairs. Yeah, yesterday, so they made 2 records yesterday. On YouTube record anyway. Chris Jocelyn 360 kickflip down the El Toro 20 stairs. Then after that, what's his name? Shit. Barton. Something Barton, his name. He ollie 46 inches. So this right here is like 31 something, almost 32. So another, so that's probably like 8. So that's 30, yeah. So probably up here. Yeah, man. Yeah, so two bangers of a video yesterday. 46-inch ollie and 360 kickflip down the El Toro 20 stairs. And then that Barton guy, if they get 1 million views, which I doubt he's gonna get in 30 days, I don't think he will. You know, 1 million views is a lot of views, man. Unless you're like a video game company like Call of Duty or The Witcher, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's gonna be hard. Or Battlefield, you know what I mean? So he says if he gets 1 million views on that video, he's gonna try to go do a backside kick flip down the El Toro 20 stairs, which Ryan Sheckler attempted it in a Plan B video. And it's funny, he went to the premiere, the Plan B premiere, and I think Jake Phelps asked him if he made that kickflip backside 180, because he landed it and then he jumped off. But then he told him he landed it, and then the truth came out later. So yeah, I don't know why people do that shit. You know what I mean? Like right now, man, you get caught on 4K, you know? I'm not gonna say 8K, because, you know, 8K's, I don't think I can tell the difference between 2K. You can tell between 720 from DVD to HD, you can tell, right? But from HD to 4K to 8K, 16K, nah, you can't tell, man. Eyes deceive you, baby. It's all in the brain, you know? Your brain's like number. Bigger number means better, right? So yeah, that was pretty cool. Anyway, today I'm gonna talk about a free indoor skate park. Before that, you know, I was up at like 4 in the morning, man. Man, so excited, you know, to go skateboarding, you know. So I was like up, man, like 4 in the morning. Man, I was watching some skate videos. That's when I found that highest ollie thing, the 46-inch ollie. Watched that like 4 in the morning. Couldn't go to sleep. Finally went to sleep, I think like at 7. Woke up at 10. I ate some steak this morning. Steak and some zucchinis and white cauliflower and some mushrooms. Yeah, it was good. Got some protein in my body. Anyway, let's get to the show, baby. Today's topic, you know. So I was fortunate enough to have 2 mini ramp in my backyard. At it like a little 2-foot one. And then it was too small, so we built it like a 6-foot, a 5-foot one. Yeah, that was in my high school days, and then in between then we had like launch ramps, and we built the launch ramp on the sidewalk. We take it to like parking lots and stuff. And I remember building a big old like 6-foot quarter pipe on the sidewalk at this church, and the minister was like, "Nah, you can't be having that, man. That's a lawsuit to be happening." Because back then, like people, because skateboarding wasn't big. I'm talking the 80s, okay? Like late 80s, like 87, 88, 86 to 88, because that's when I was there. Or 89. I was there till 89. So, it wasn't big. So that's kind of like a skate park, for me, or TF, they call it, training facility. But we didn't know it. We didn't know any better. We just a bunch of skate rats, We just wanted to skate and build ramps and skate obstacles up. Because, like we had bike tracks, stuff like that. I was racing ABA, American Bicycle Association. I wasn't too good on riding bikes. I was more into like freestyle, freestyle bikes. And I was never into like the mainstream stuff, I was like into like my own thing. So I guess a closest like indoor thing was we used to drive to Lubbock, Texas, on like a school night, Wednesday or something like that. To Lubbock, Texas, which is 120 miles away from my east of Clovis, New Mexico. So you got New Mexico and then you got Texas, so this way. So if you went north, you go to Amarillo, Texas, which is like 100, same distance, like 120 or something miles, and you go southeast, you go to Lubbock, Texas, and Clovis is like right here. And yeah, we drive there and we go to the mall, That's the only skate shop they had. Inside the mall, we go like watch like Bandits and shit like that, 8th Street, Bandits, and whatever they're playing back then. It was awesome, Just, I was the oldest guy, so I was always the one driving. I had a truck too, so I was always the one driving. I was always the oldest, so we drive always there, and we go there and just talk about skateboarding, man. Those skate trips, especially when you in your teenage years, you don't really have responsibilities, you know what I mean? You just got to go to school and not get in trouble. That's it, and skateboard. And that was the dream, And that's why last Saturday when I went to that trip down to Austin, Texas, I kind of like reminisce all those skateboard trips that I had, and it's like the best feeling, man. Like nothing in this world, I mean, I like to mix stuff around, but my brain goes all over the place, because especially holidays, it's a touching, emotional time for a lot of people, Especially a lot of people getting laid off and stuff like that, and in debt, and I don't know. I don't have no answers for that, For me personally, whatever problems happen to me because of myself, right? Like I remember borrowing they gave me a red card, a Target red card, and I bought a Nintendo Cube for $120. And the red card was $200 limit. It took me 1 year, man, to pay that freaking Target card off. 1 year, one whole year. I kept paying like $20, you know what I mean? $30, $20, and half of it was like interest, right? So I can't imagine people having like $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, $50,000 debt in credit card, because it took me a whole year to pay $200 off, man. So I have no answers, but like I said, the problems that happen to me is my fault, no matter what. And I think that is the only way to go forward in life. What I learned, in life is whatever problems that came to you, you have to just own it. You have to own it, admit it, humble yourself, and then, believe in God. For sure, believe in God for me, myself. This is my own opinion, okay? And everything, some days it feels like you're in the shitter, man. Like that you're never gonna come out. I mean, I had probably at least 2 suicidal thoughts, you know. One time was like 2010 when my friend was giving away. We were living in a warehouse, and me and my wife was like had nowhere to go. I called my sister, and they were like, "No." Like my sister here, she was renting this house out, so she was living with her daughter. Then I called my sister. Finally, I called my sister in Florida, and she let's go live over there. And it didn't work out because, you know, her boyfriend didn't work out with my wife, and him were arguing, and I got in the middle, and we got evicted. So I had a suicide thought, man, right there, like nowhere to go, you know. We're gonna be homeless, just me and her. I mean, I can make it, but I don't know about her, you know. So that was the first time. And then the second time is like recently, you know, this year, you know, when my wife passed in January 29th on a Wednesday night. I was with her for like 2 months straight, you know, putting in like 66 hours a week for 2 months, just going to visit her. Didn't do anything for like 2 months straight. And when she passed, I was just like, so she had all these bottles of pain pills, you know, because she was on, was that Heptis, whatever, you know, where you're like slowly fading away, you know, but make you comfortable so you have like enough medicine to just. My dad had that too, when he had cancer in like 2010. So yeah, man, I know, man. It's even like as happy as I am now. I mean, just things in life, man. Like you feel like you can't get out of it, and that seems like the only way to go, you know. And you have to admit that, because if you don't admit that and you don't talk to people about it, it's gonna eat you inside out, man. And it's just gonna be, it's too late, you know. It's like you jump off the building, that's it. Well, I don't know, because I've seen people jump off a building and they survive, but they're all like crippled and shit, you know. That's why I don't that's why I was thinking, like, if I go, it's gonna be like either pills, or I can't slit my wrist or shoot myself because I'm too chicken shit, you know. So probably pills is probably the best. Just sleep away, you know. So yeah, so when it comes to holidays, it's really emotional, especially when you have a family and stuff like that. So I think, like, for me now, you know, I have nothing attached. I lost my cats, I lost my wife. A lot of people that was close to my life, I don't have no more. So now I'm kind of like a free bird, you know, and I don't think I want that anymore. You know, it hurts too bad. I just want to go, like, just gonna go solo, you know, just me and my board, that's it. That's gonna be my only love, you know. And my love, only thing I gotta worry about is like trying to do tricks, you know. So got a fresh board. Today's Thursday, so 2 more days. So this Saturday we have a celebration at church in the morning for a Christmas celebration, and then after that we're gonna eat, you know, and then around 1 o'clock, my brother-in-law and my sister are gonna take me to Dallas. It's 12 miles from where the church is, so they can drop me off there. And then and at 7 o'clock they're gonna have a comedy music show, like they have it. It's like $20 to get in. And then, you know, probably I'm just gonna skate the ramp, you know, like the mini ramp, not the vert ramp, because they set stuff on the vert ramp, but probably skate the vert ramp when I get there around 2, and then probably hang out, kick back with everybody, just enjoy life, you know. And I'm so thankful, you know, to be in that situation right now, you know, have stuff to look forward to. Because, you know, like I said, man, a lot of people cancel Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's, stuff like that, because, you know, like I said, when we have problems and we bring it to ourselves. Like, I don't have anything, you know what I mean? Like, I don't have a car. I mean, I don't have a car. You know, I don't have credit cards. I don't have anything. This is the only thing right here. I'm just fortunate enough to have money to buy the board outright, and then be able to donate it after I'm done to give it to the skate shop. So now it's like, Lo, what the hell, man? I thought you were talking about the indoor skate park. Well, I got to give you like a, you know, what the situation is right now, 2025, as we're ending. You know, in order to go backwards, because that's what I do with my video. So yeah, let's get back to Lubbock, Texas. Back to the trip before my mind started wandering away, you know. Time just flies, man, when I tell stories. That's the problem. I'm a storyteller. I just love sharing, you know, like, you know, back in the day when they had no TV, no radio, nothing like that, like I'm talking like in the 1800s, you know, people just sat around the campfire with a guitar, or, you know, people telling stories about the olden days, or how the Orion Star became the Orion Star, or the North Star, or the Big Dipper, or, you know, whatever stuff, you know, to me that's interesting, you know. It's awesome to just hear that. You know, that's how the slaves managed, what do you call it? Managed to, like, go north. Was they only go at night, and then they look for the North Star. The most bright star is the North Star, and they just follow that star at nighttime. Navigate, that's the word I was looking for. So that's how they navigated to the north, you know, when they're trying to get free from their masters, you know, from the south. So, I mean, it's cool they know things like that, you know what I mean? To know different cultures, to know a lot of things, because nowadays, you know, it's easy to hate and to spread negativity, because those are the videos that make a lot of views, you know? I mean, even I watch all the negative, like right now, like I love watching like the downfall of Nintendo, you know? They had the Switch 1. The Switch 1 was the gold mine, man. I have a Switch 1, a Pokemon one. I bought it for like $500. And I got like 5 games. I have Hades. I'll get back to that in a minute. Hades, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, Wasteland 2, which is my #1 all-time favorite game. Zelda, the one like in the sky, Skyward Sword, and I got one more. Can't remember because I don't really play it. Skyward, Haven, Witcher, Wasteland. There's one more. Anyway, and then Hades, right? Hades 1. It was I think it was a crowdfunded or something. It was an indie, and it was a big hit. They came out with a box with a cart with a little manual, book and all kinds of stuff, you know, like entice you. And it was only $40, right? Morning. and then now Hades 2 is all digital, and they don't give you nothing. That's what happened. They forget. Same thing with the Switch 2, man. It's like, you had gold, man. You had a piece of gold, like, and then you just shit on it, you know? It's like, I don't know, whatever. I'm just trying to give you the state of the world, you know? That what's all this have in common? Greed. So you gotta be careful, man. Greed is one of the highest, I think, to me, is the biggest deadly sins out of 7 sins. Greed is like the most, because greed, when you get greedy, you get money. You have money, you get power. You feel invincible. You don't humble yourself. You're going opposite of what God teaches us, you know, to be humble, to appreciate things. But when you got so much money and power, and it's like everybody's a yes man, you know, a yes man to you, nobody can say anything because they're scared you're gonna do something to them. Yeah, so you have to be careful. Always gotta humble yourself and go back and always be hungry, you know. See, there I go again. All right, let's get back to Lubbock, Texas. All right, we're in Lubbock, Texas. My teenage years, high school years. We drive there on a I think, I don't know if we left like right after school. I think we did like right after school, like around 3, get there like 5. 'Cause, you know, I drive slow. You can go 55 back in the day. And we go to the mall. Like, I don't even know how we know all this. You know, like now you could just be like, get your phone, right? You know what I mean? You're like, right? Or whatever, Alexa, whatever, right? Boom, boom. You don't get lost, you get nothing, right? And you're like, if you're 3 seconds off, you're like pissed off, you know, nowadays. Now we just, I don't know, man. We just, I guess maybe, I think we probably found like a yellow page. Probably found a phone booth and looked through the phone and looked up under skateboarding. And then they had whatever that shop is in the mall. We looked for the mall, the address, and then just buy one of those maps from the gas station. Break out the map and look where the mall is, at the address. We look at like, let's say, like they have like A, B, C, D, E, F across, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's say it says 3G. So you go 1, 2, 3, then you go across, and then A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then you come straight down, and you match it. It's right there, and you find it, and then you find like where we are, and then you look at the map, and you take the road, and we just drive there. And we had a lot of patience back then, you know. That's how it is. And yeah, man, we go there, and we're like, yeah, man, look at all the skateboards, and you know. For me, what I did is I always saved my money for skateboard. You know, like I never smoke or drink or do drugs or anything. Like all my money, I saved up for like when we go on a Wednesday, you know. We go on a Wednesday, it's like a shopping spree for me anyway. I don't know about the other guys. Plus, I don't know if they give me gas money. I think I paid for all the gas. I think they just pay for their own food. I don't know. Back then it was cool, man, you know. Everyone was so cool. Just like when I went to that trip last Saturday, like it reminds me of that. It's like the people like my age grew up and they were all there at that backyard ramp, you know, at that ranch. Because nobody was selfish, you know. Everybody was cool, like grab whatever you want to drink, grab whatever you want to eat, grab whatever, like you didn't say, oh, you gotta donate money or give money to this, to that, you know what I mean? It's all your free will. So I think that's what it was. We just, even though we were like teenagers, we were grown up, you know, like we'd go and it wasn't like, oh dude, gas is 20, so we divide by 3, so like, you know, $6 each, $6.33, you know. No, it was like that. Just like boom, put gas, and then we'd go skate or whatever. If somebody went to get a drink, they bring another like extra drink, you know, like for us or whoever was there, like 3 people or 5 people, whatever, and whatever, you know what I mean? That's how we did it. It was like a trip, like a fun trip. So we first go to the skate park, then we go because there's a lot of ditches in Texas. So then we just drive randomly and find a ditch, and then we just go set our board together, whatever, and people skate the ditch. We didn't have social media, so we didn't break out a camera or anything like that to film, you know, because cameras were expensive back then. So we would just, and if you were there, you know what I mean, you got the experience. Nowadays, that's what I'm trying to do is, you know, skateboarding with Lo. I'm trying to capture my experience of me in the past and try and tell stories, and then just skate around, you know, and just cruise around like you know what I mean. Like it's nice if I can do tricks, but right now I can't because, you know, my legs are like weak. They're very weak. It's gonna take a while, a long time, you know, to But the journey, you know what I mean? The journey to get there is like awesome. So we go to the ditch, and then I remember it was windy like this, and I was putting my board together, and I peeled the grip tape like that, and the thing sandwiched, man, together like that. Ah, so bummed, man. I don't know if you know, but when the thing go like that, and it's hot, in a hot sun, and the thing is like really, really sticky, way more sticky than like it was cold, like. So I tried to peel off, I couldn't peel it off, man. I only got like a couple like pieces, like, you know, pull little pieces out and stick it here and there and here, and yeah, that was the only memory I remember, just skating that ditch. Anything else I don't remember, just I remember my freaking grip tape being sandwiched. Yeah, man, then I think it starts like at 6 or 7 o'clock at night. Yeah, we'd go, then we'd drive, you know, like I said, we look in the map, find a roller skating rink. Yeah, anyway, the indoor is a roller skating rink where they have these ramps that have wheels on them, and they roll them out like around 7 o'clock or something, and then they set them up in the roller rink, and they have like launch ramps, rail slides, banks, stuff like that, you know. Most likely, I just remember the launch ramp. I just remember like this one guy, he had like a purple knee brace, right? And he was doing early grab, like he was doing early grab stalefish, right? Like stalefish. See if I can do a stalefish. I have to lay down, okay? Hopefully you can see it. So, probably can't. I don't know. Maybe I can stand up and try it. Okay. Let's see. So, this is stalefish right here. Like that, okay? So he early grabbed stalefish like that off the launch ramp. Launch ramp is probably like 3 foot high. Pretty big launch ramp. Man, he was getting like probably this far away his head from the roof, from the ceiling. Dude, he was going so high. And I was just like, damn, I thought we were good, you know? This guy, like, killed it, man. And it was cool. We thought we were badass, right? We went there. Street Brigade, we called ourselves. Instead of Bonus Brigade, we called ourselves Street Brigade. And, yeah, we got smoked. Nowadays, we got smoked or we got cooked. We got cooked for sure. Because even the best dude on our team, his name was Gary. And he was doing like Frigidaire, Judo air like this, you know, like he was doing like judo air where you go like that, and you know. So you go up and go, or like that and like that. Like that. If you take both feet off, they call it airwalk. Saran wrap like this around. But man, it was nuts. The tricks people were doing. Only one I could do was a method air, where you go back, you backside grab and like tweak back. On a bike would be like a tabletop, you know, like a method air. I was never a trick counter, you know what I mean? Trick counter or trick adder, whatever. Like I never really say like, oh, I want to get this trick and this trick and this trick and this trick. I just go and skate. That's it. I just went and rode my skateboard and do the same shit, just ollies, whatever. And a trick comes. I didn't really be like, oh man, I want to do that 360 kick flip or big flip or nollie flip or nah. I just rode and just pretty much just ollie everything. That's it. Just cruise around and ollie everything. That's all I did. You know. So it's cool to see like all these tricks done on a, you know, on the launch ramp. And that's what it was, like a battle, you know, like back in the day when I came to New York City, first came to New York City from a refugee camp in 1980. I remember dudes were doing the, you know, the break dancing, and you see that in school, and you know what I mean. Like I remember a guy had a smoke in his mouth. He do it like this, and he blows smoke on his opponent, and then his opponent comes back. So it's like that, but skateboard battle, you know? It's cool, man. It was like, I guess here it'd be like a game of skate, which is like, which copy from a basketball game called Horse. You know what I mean? Like, back then, you know, you made your own shit up. It was cool. Skateboarding was like its own shit, you know? It was cool. Well, I guess you could say that's copying from breakdancing, I guess. Yeah, well. You got me. See? I own it. I told you, man, I own it. If I say something wrong, got caught on 2K, then that's it. But yeah, man. Like every Wednesday, or I try to, you know, we go there, and man, it was so fun. It wasn't like I said, man, I would just save all my money and get a board, you know. We always be like, there's rumors like, oh man, I heard Danny Way turned pro. Nah, really? You fucking liar. Nah, let's go. We'll go Wednesday and we'll prove it. And he did. This one guy named Richard Ortiz, he would lie a lot. He was this kid. He would lie so much, make up rumors. But I got a lot of my skateboarding information from him, though. Like a lot of the videos. I don't know where he got them, but all these VHS tapes he would bring. And we would watch it. I don't know why he got them, you know what I mean? Like, anyway, he was like my info. So, but he was not 100% trusty, you know. So one time he told me it was a Danny Way board pro out. We're like, nah, you fucking liar. So yeah, it turns out it was right. It was a Danny Way. It was a picture. It was I think it was a mid size. Had like, so back then they had freestyle board like this, skinny like this, 7-inch I think, and then they had a mid, which is like, oh no, they had a street board, which is like 8-inch or something, 8.5 or something, or maybe 8, and then they have a mid board, which is like an 8.5 or 9, and then they had a pro board, which is like 10 or 12, up to 12. Yeah, so it was a mid-size Danny Way. It had a pointy nose. Nose was pointy. It was an 8th Street. And he had a picture of a guy in a beard holding a hand like this with a little tiny dancer in his hand. Tiny dancer in my hand, pretty eyes, monotone. She married a music man, ballerina. You must have seen her. Diamond in the sand. I don't know. Anyway. So yeah, I was so psyched, dude. I got that board. I was like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna buy it. Got the Danny Way. 8th Street. Matt Hensley. Steve Ortega. Super good. You know what I mean? Yeah, we'd be so hyped, man. We'd get there, like, oh man. People doing like hand plants and shit. So that was like the first indoor. It's just a roller rink with a bunch of ramps. And FedEx is here again. So I ordered these Posca markers. The 7mm ones. The the thinnest one. and they're like $4 each. If you buy 3, you get 2 free. So it turns out to be like less than $3 each. So I got 10 white ones and 10 black ones. And I guess what they do is they just send from whatever stores they have, right? So I got 3 packages so far. So a couple days ago I got one that had 2 markers, and then yesterday I got 2 packages. One had 4 markers, 4 white. The first one I got was 2 white, so that's 6 white. And then I had another package had 10 black. So all the blacks are done. So I'm short 4 white markers. Yeah, so I got like 4 markers left. And it's crazy, that's gonna be 4 packages. I don't know how they make money, you know? Because like the shipping right there was already. But what I was thinking is they have this thing like the you know how you go charge your card, debit card, and it's free at like 7-Eleven, Walmart and all that. Because they pay a certain fee, right? Because if you go to a liquor store, they'll say they charge you 75 cents or $1, right? Per slice. Per swipe, right? So I think what they do is they say like, we'll mail, you know, 50,000 a month, and it's a flat rate, right? You know what I mean? So anyway, yeah, so just waiting for the 4 more markers. Oh yeah, they're like these. See these little outline? Yeah, that's the 7mm. See all those little flowers? Yeah, those are 7mm. And you can use them to paint like this and like that. Yeah, you know. Yeah, like these, Thrasher, you know, like. And then the big one like this, you could use the 5mm. That's the bigger one. That's the one that people usually buy, is the big one. Yeah, and the little ones like these, those are all 5. So I'm waiting 2 more. I think it's coming tomorrow. So no, yeah, 6, yeah, 8, 6, yeah, 4 more. Oh man, all right. So should we move on from Texas? Yeah, I think that's good enough. So the next indoor park. So 1989, I decided to move to Arizona for my senior year. So there was a skate park, but it's outdoors. It's called Tower Skate Park. And that's where I dropped in my first vert ramp, 1989-90. Well, I met my friend. He had a backyard ramp. His name Kevin Yee. He had a spine ramp in his backyard with like a extension and a parking block on top of the extension. It was awesome. Yeah, so that's not a. So they had an indoor skate park. Kevin Staub, I think it was his park. Yeah. So that was the second skate park indoor. It's Kevin Staub. I remember the skate park there. Or was that later? I think that might have been later. I don't know, but there's not really any indoor. There should be, right? It's so hot in Arizona. So let's just move on from there. And in 1992, I moved to California. And the first thing I did was on my first weekend was I found a flyer. There was a contest at a skate park called Transition. So I'm in Los Angeles area, okay? So I think it's off either the 710 or the 110 freeway. Yeah, that's where I met my friend Mario and my first friend Kyle. And even to now, we're still friends. Me and Kyle. Kyle, he lives here like 2 hours away here in Texas. He's a tattoo dude. And yeah. So I'm trying to get him to come down to Dallas to skate, but he's like, yeah, I'll be there. You know how people say I'll be there. So yeah, that one was pretty cool. That's why I went to my first skate contest in California, and the first castle contest, California Amateur Skateboard League, and yeah, it was very cool. There's a couple of skate park there. There's later on there was like Skate Lab up in Ventura. I think it closed down now. Yeah, that one, they had like a little museum in there. That's when I got my when I got my kidney transplant. That's where I was, a Skate Lab, doing a skate contest. December 5th on my mom's birthday, which is today is December 11th. So yeah, so it would have been 98 2025, so 25 would have been 27 years since my kidney transplant, but it rejected like 8 years. But anyway, yeah, that's when I got my kidney transplant, at that Skate Lab. But most of them were just like demos, you know, like the Vans Warped Tour, the Mountain Dew trial, just random stuff, you know, the Chatmuska contest, bunch of like clubs and rave, like is it rave? Yeah, probably raves, you know, like rave. They set up ramps. I mean, there's a lot of like, back then, you know, it wasn't corporation owned, so we just knew a couple of people, like Dave Duncan. He was like the main guy that was doing this stuff, and he would call my friend Mario, and Mario would get me and this guy Lloyd and Tyrone, and that'd be our crew. And then we just do a lot of like, we built, oh yeah, Danny Way's ramp, the Plan B ramp, which is now it's the DC ramp. That big, if you see that big DC ramp inside the warehouse, inside indoor, it says DC. Yeah, we built that. It used to be Plan B ramp. So they had $40,000, and then they ran out of money, and it wasn't even finished. They needed like, because they wanted to put a party deck and everything on top and all this and that, and so they ran out of money. So me and my friend Mario, it's like an hour. It's like an hour drive south from where we live. We lived in Anaheim, and then and the ramp is in Oceanside. And it's sketchy because when you come back, they have a border check. You know what I mean? Because I don't have my alien card, right? but thank God they never checked us. They just like, you know, yeah, you can go one way, but the other way, when you come back, they check you. You know, we went there for like 2 weeks to finish the ramp for free. There was no electricity or anything, so we had to leave like at 5 when it got dark. And yeah, because they were gonna have a contest. I can't find it, but it's called Judgment Day. It was featured in the Transworld skateboarding magazine. Yeah, you know. So yeah, they had a 13-foot. It was 64 feet wide, and then they had a 4-foot mini ramp next to it. Under the party deck, there's a party deck and a mini ramp under, and then from there on, 64 feet wide vert ramp. It's like 13, 15, and a 17. Yeah, so 17 was the highest, 15, and then 13. Yeah, I dropped in that bad boy with just the same setup right here. I had a blind board. It was actually a 7.5. This is 7.75. This one's 7.75. It was actually 7.5, and had 50 millimeters. This is 51. 50 millimeters. I think I had Ventures trucks, the 5.0 Venture truck high. I was riding the high. Yeah, I dropped in that ramp like nothing, you know. So that's what I need to do. So when I go to the skate park this weekend, I need to like start running and jumping on the rail, and try to pull myself up, so I could get used to like being on the top of the ramp, you know. Because back in the day when I used to build those ramps, we have those 2x4s, and we'd stand and sheet the wood. So I'm always on top of the ramp. So when I drop in, it's nothing, you know, because I'm used to just, you know, walking on the ramp, on the vert part all the time, right? You know, putting the coping in, cutting the sheet, putting the sheet up, screwing them on. taking wood up, sliding down your ass, and make sure there's no screws sticking up, stuff like that. And we did that a lot of vert ramp, yeah. So that was an indoor ramp. I mean, we skated because, you know what I mean, we were there and building it, so it's not, I guess that's not really called indoor, I don't know. But I'm just trying to give you an idea of different ramps. So then, let's see, Cali, I think that's all the ramps. I mean, most of them are like, out there, there's a tracker warehouse. Oh, the Vans, the block, at the block. Forgot about that big ass ramp. They closed down now. They had the combi bowl. So they closed down because some dude on a bike aired out the bowl. He aired so high, he hit the fucking light. The halogen light. It shattered in one of the fucking piece. Talk about it when you should time to go, man. One piece like hit him in the neck, dude. When he came down, the piece fell and hit him in the neck. Killed him. That's why they closed down. Yeah, that's why the park is buried now. I think it's like a Barnes and Noble and shit now. Yeah, he got stabbed in a fucking, yeah, doing a big ass air out of the combi bowl. Like huge. So yeah, when it first started, they had a vert ramp in there. Yeah, a big ass vert ramp. They even had an extension. I used to skate there. I used to drop in the vert ramp, the vert part, the extension. With I used to skate with fucking, what's his name? Jake Brown. Call him Jake the Snake. Yeah, I used to skate with that fucker. You know the one where he the famous fall when he's on a mega ramp in the X game, and he came down and he hit his shoe. He hit his shoe on the top of the coping, and his shoe fell out and he came straight down flat, and they thought he died. Oh no, that was Danny Way that hit the coping and flipped over. Never mind. No, he came straight. He aired out so far. He went up and he aired out so far the ramp, he came straight down. Like, fuck, 35 feet or something like that. Straight to flat, dude. And his shoe popped off. And they thought he died. Yeah. Yeah, Jake Brown. I used to skate with that fucker. He would always push me, be like, drop in, fucking pussy. Go to extension, drop in. So I would drop in. He go, that's not fast enough. Drop in. You gotta pump when you go in. You gotta pump. He was doing like fucking 10-foot air and shit. I couldn't do air. I would just drop in, just like slash, you know. I don't know why I went on extension. I guess because he told me I had to. That fucker. He pushed me, so I had to drop in the extension. Oh, they had this bar on top, a flat bar, no, a round bar going across. So I was trying to ollie. What I did was I was trying to ollie, like they had a bar going across. So I was trying to ollie and try to nose slide and then like pop in. Which I know, it was like all pussy because I never even commit. I would just knee slide down. I would go up and hit the rail. It looked good, but then I would just slide down my knees. Yeah, you know. And then after that, I guess they cut it down because I guess nobody really liked to skate the vert ramp. So they cut it down to a mini ramp, a big long mini ramp with like, I think a 6.54, something like that, height. And then they did the thing a little bit, and the street course, they changed it a couple of times. Then they had the back. So what happened was you needed a membership. I think it was like $50 a month. I mean a year, and it was $5 to get in. And if you didn't have membership, you would have to pay $10 to get in for 2 hours. Okay, every 2 hours you gotta pay $5 if you have a membership, or $10 for if you don't have a membership, and you have to wear a helmet. And if you're under 18, you gotta wear pads and shit too, or something like that. And so yeah, they would have like Thursday night, would have like bike on from 9 to 12. So I usually go on a skateboard night, which is, you know, or 9 to 11. I think they close at 11. Yeah, we used to go there and we used to hang out like after the mall, and the security guard would kick us out and tell us to go home and shit. Like, get out of here, you know. Oh yeah, they were saying like if you didn't have any money, they could like actually give you a ticket for loitering. So if they ask you if you have any money in your pocket, this is way before like, you know, Apple Pay and all that shit, right? Google Pay and all that. So yeah, you gotta have at least $1 in your pocket, or they can give you a ticket for loitering. It's funny, man, you know. Now you be like, hey, I got it on my card, right? So now that doesn't work. But back then, you know, everybody carried cash. So yeah, that was our hangout. I mean, everybody was there. Like John Cartier was there, fucking everyone, man. All the pros, Ronnie Krieger, Eric Costin, fucking just everyone, man. They'd be there. Jim Gain, fucking all the label guys. Yeah, we'd go there, like hang out, go to the 9 o'clock one to 11, hang out, and just kick back at the mall and shit. So yeah, so that guy died. So now that place is it's pretty cool too, though, cause they have like upstairs where they have bleachers, they have games and stuff, game thing. You can play games and shit. And I remember in the beginning we knew a lot of people that worked there, right? Cause you had a receipt. So we just go buy like a soda or something and just have some kind of paper, or just get a little paper, cause that camera watching you. But so what is, you just give them a piece of paper and they rip it, like, you know, like that you paid, right? That's what we did. That's how we got in. we just give them bullshit piece of paper and they rip it, cause we knew all these guys, right? Cause all the skaters that we skated with, they worked there, so it's like that's how we got in. And then or either that, or we just like, if you go to the right, when you go in, there's a gate, right? And then you go to the left, up the stairs to the bleachers. And if you go to the right, there's like a little mini section behind the wall, and the camera doesn't see you, because there's the roof that goes over the hallway, right? So the camera can't see you. So a lot of times we just walk and go to the right, and then just jump the fence and go ride the mini place for a little bit. There's a mini ramp on the side. We just go right there. I wouldn't say, I mean, it's mini ramp, but it's like at least 5 foot tall, at least. And then after that, we just slowly come out to the street course. Because you didn't have no wristband or anything back then. They didn't give you wristband or anything. I don't know why. You just got to give them the receipt that you paid and shit. So you'd go warm up in the mini ramp, and then we just slowly go out to the street course, or go to the combi bowl or whatever, you know. Because you're all sweaty, so they like, oh yeah, that guy's been there for a while, right? So yeah, that lasted for a while until like they started firing all the skaters and got like regular people to work there. So then we didn't know all these people, you know, at the door. So we just like, a lot of times we just go there and hang out and just watch people skate, you know. So I didn't want to pay like $10 to get in. Once in a while I'll pay $10, but most likely I just go there to hang out, you know, see who's there and shit, and watch people skate. It kind of is more for like a show thing, you know, like kids. That's pretty good, because what happens is in the way California is, like, it's in Orange County, which is the border of like Orange right here be LA, right? And then right down here is Laguna Hills, and once the more between Laguna Hills, Laguna, all the way down to like Oceanside. That's where the rich guys are. Like right now, in general, it'd be like Ryan Sheckler, Nigel Houston, Tony Hawk. You know what I mean? Like all the that's why Birdhouse is. You know, all the rich like company. You know, the like typical SLS winners, right? They would go live there. That's where they be right now, right? San Clemente. So right down there, so you have a lot of like rich family that lives in Laguna Hills and all that. They would come up to the mall and drop their kids off for 2 hours, right? Free babysitting. And then they'd go shopping and then come pick their kids up. And then those kids, you know, those are like you would see like at the Woodward, right? Woodward West or wherever, right? Where they take them to the skate camp and all that. I'm not saying I'm jealous of that, but I mean, it's nice. I mean, it for sure progressed their skateboarding fast. You know what I mean? By going to Woodward Camp and stuff like that. So those are like a lot of kids you would see like in the middle of at the vans at the block, like in the middle of the street course, like, you know, showing off their tail slide 270 out, you know, kick flip crooked grind, you know, 540 air, shit like that. You know what I mean? Like it's like a demo. Because people are watching are just the normies, right? It's just people at the mall, you know, like they go to the mall, they walk around, they're like bringing their girlfriend or boyfriend, whatever, and they're like, let's grab something to eat and we'll go sit up at the vans, bleachers, and watch people skate. So those are the people that, you know, of course that's what they want to see, right? Like stuff in the skate game, right? Or Tony Hawk game, you know, flip in, flip out, which is like in another like area, right? And that's what's great about skateboarding, you know. You just choose your own stuff, like what you want to do, you know. For me, it was like, yeah. So that was like an actually hangout, indoor, legit hangout. First legit hangout, really, is the van skate park at the block. And so then after that, I came here to Texas after I got my kidney transplant. And I came here around 2000-ish or something, 2000 area. And so I go to this skate park up here called Freestyle up here. It's an indoor skate park. And I think it's in Kennedy. It's in the city of Kennedy. I keep saying Mansfield, but Will at the skate shop over here at Cortez, he keep telling me Cortez skate shop, baby. We'll get there. And he told me it's in Kennedy. Yeah, so I get there. I pay $10 to get in because I don't have membership. It's pretty cool. They have a vert ramp, the street course, and they have a little indoor skate shop. So I went there a couple times, you know, really cool. And then finally met the guy Damien. He owns he worked at the skate shop there, and I got to know him a little bit. And then I know him a lot, and finally, like, being cool with him and everything, he let me in for free, right? So it was awesome. Yeah, I was paying $10 each time. I didn't mind, you know, but still. And then he's the one that got me the skate camp. We did a skate camp for like a month, 4 weeks straight, and I got $2,000, $500 each. The first one was $400, so $1,900. The first one I got $400, and then found out that I was really good at camp, so he gave me a raise, $500. So $1,900 I got. And I bought my sister here brand new DVD VCR combo, like $500 Sony. That play like burnt DVDs and shit. So yeah. So that one I went like all the time, man. That was like, I felt like that was like my second home, you know. I'd go there in the daytime, and in nighttime they would open till like Friday and Saturday. They open till like midnight, man. It was awesome, you know. I think I rode my bike there one time. It was pretty far, man. And then my nephew went and picked me up in his truck. Yeah, it was far, but so then so in between then, you know, things happened. I moved back to California. I went to Las Vegas. In 2008 I came here, and my friend Damien had a skate shop, couple outdoors, that doesn't matter. And then go back to California, and then this year I come here, 2025, and I go to I'll put the video in the description, the 4 Down skate video that I went there first time for the 10th anniversary. And I went there, and it was awesome, man. So then in July this year I started going there regularly, you know. I went there, and then I just found out that like they had a good thing going, you know. It reminds you of my the freestyle park here. So now this is my second home, and the thing is, oh, I forgot to tell you about New Jersey too. In New Jersey there was two skate parks. That was like 1995, 96. There was a Cheap Skate, and then another skate park, but it's not really a hangout, you know, like it's kind of far from where I live. I live in Atlantic City. So that's two other skate parks that I went to indoor, but that doesn't really, we just went there. But my main story today is I'm so happy to be at this 4 Down skate park here. It's owned by, it's ran by this guy named Richard, and then Mike Crum, he's a pro skateboarder. And then Will, who owns Cortez skate shop. Cortez skate shop. And he's a pro for Super 8 skateboards. And man, it's so like when I get there, it's like time stops, man. It's like, what I'm trying to say, if you're in the Dallas area, go here, man. Because, you know, nowadays, we're gonna go way back when I was talking about greed, right? The 7 deadly sins. Everybody's all about getting your money, you know. There's not, you know, I ever say, this is America, you know, nothing's for free. Before I started skateboarding in New Mexico, let's go back again. I just go roller skate, right? Roller skate, like roller skating rink. I go like, I play roller hockey, so I'd go there like at least sometimes 4 times a week, you know, but for sure 2 times on Friday and Saturday night, you know, I would go roller skate, and then sometimes on a Wednesday or Thursday, sometimes on a Monday, you know what I mean? Like I went a lot, and every time you went there, you had to pay to get in, you know, and then rent the skates, right? And then you would roller skate for a couple hours, right? But the thing here is with this 4 Down, I don't know how they run it, but they got like foundations and organizations, and they got sponsors like Dickies to sponsor them, and so they got enough money to pay for the bills, right? And if you go there, you know, if you're interested, you go there. You don't even have to have a skateboard. That's what's cool about this place. You could go there, and at the skate shop, you just register your name. You know, make sure you fill out that form and everything. And they'll let you borrow. They have like racks and racks, cause like that's what happened when I'm done with this skateboard, right? When I get one every month, I donate this board to him. So he puts it on a rack. So there's a bunch of skateboard rack, you know, like different sizes from cruisers to whatever. And if you go there, you could just skate there for free. For free, right? It's indoor too, indoor and outdoor. And you can just borrow any of the skateboards that they have on the rack and ride. And there's people there to like myself or whoever. They'll give you pointers, you know, like if you need help, right? And it's always open because there's an indoor part. So even if it's snowing or raining, it's still open. You just can't skate the vert ramp and stuff outside because it's wet. You can, but you know, it's wet. But if you want to, if you look at some of my videos, you see me squeegeeing the ramps all the time. So yeah, so this place is like very like homey, very friendly. Of course, I'm always there on a Saturday. Try to anyway. And I feel like I got that freestyle skate park back in Kennedy on here, but like a 2.0, you know. Because everyone is super nice, everyone's super cool. You know, not everyone. You know, everything's not 100%. When I say it, great, when I say great, it's like in general, you know, I'm talking like 70%, 70-80% positive, you know what I mean? There's always gonna be that 20% cool guy, you know, that comes in and try to like one up you and shit, but most people there are like friendly. Oh, and they, sometimes they have a girl thing, all girls. It costs $10, but you get like donuts. They give you donuts, and then they save the space, you know what I mean? Like from 9:30 in the morning to 12:30 is like all girls thing, right? Like they're usually like half skateboarders and half roller skate. You know, because they don't allow bikes or scooters or anything like that. It's just skateboard and roller skates. That's it. So it doesn't damage the place up, you know. And sometimes, because I usually go early, you know. So you see me in my video, you see like a bunch of roller skaters. I'm skateboarding roller skaters because I go like around 10:20 or something like that. They don't open for the public until 11. Huh? What's that? Alright, YouTube, I gotta cut this off real quick because my sister got a really bad stomach ache. She's gotta go emergency, so. Alright. Alright, so we just came back from the hospital. My brother-in-law gonna go back. He's right there. He's gonna go back. All right, we're back. Yeah, so this is the third time that her stomach ache, and they said I don't know. They said 80% it might be her appendix, so might take the appendix out. So you know how it is. You don't want to go to the hospital, you know. A lot of people, if they can bear it, you know. I mean, I've been to many hospitals, man. Many visits. Look at my arm. 5 surgeries on my arm here. This is for dialysis, and then 3 surgery here. They even put plastics in my arm here, in my stomach. Got to transplant my side of my stomach. I did the home dialysis. Got a hole here. I got here transplant. Yeah, man. Oh, here, broke my leg, 2 bones, both fibula and tibula, 12 screws, metal, titanium plate, eye surgeries, both eyes, twice my left eye, twice my right eye. Yeah, so I've been through the hospital a couple of times, you know. So I can see why she don't want to go, but this really hurts. So yeah, she has to go because, you know, life and death thing. So I think she'll be all right, you know. Put it in God's hand. You know, like I said, if it's your time to go, baby. You know what I mean? You know what they say? Life's a bitch and then you die. That's how we get high, cause you never know when you're gonna go. Life's a bitch and then you die. Boom, 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 boom. I woke up early in the morning, grab my skateboard, go ride on the sidewalk. You know what I mean? It's awesome, man. Yeah. Anyway, so getting back to my to cap off the free indoor skate park video. Yeah, man, this place is like I'm so happy. This is like where I belong. You know, this is where I belong. Every Saturday I look forward to going there and just, oh man, time stops and just, I could just sit there, man, and just watch people skate, whether in the indoor street course or the mini ramp or the vert ramp, or just awesome, man, you know. Like when we went to that trip in Austin, my friend Will was like, you know, the shop owner, he was like, man, I hope everything's okay, because, you know what I mean, like he saw me, I was just, nah. I told him, man, I'm having a great time, you know, just getting on the deck. I was just doing manuals and shit. Speaking of manual, that's what we're gonna do. Let's go. So I don't know how much we're gonna skate, but so probably just gonna do some more manuals. Like I said, man, my legs, you know. People say when you gonna, you know, start out doing tricks and stuff, you know. It's not about the tricks, you know. Yeah, man. It's kind of hard to explain because my legs is so weak, man, that it's not worth it to do like any tricks or anything like that, you know. Because if I can't even stand on my legs, you know what I mean, there's no point to even try any tricks, really. So I think we're just gonna be doing more manuals and stuff like that, and pump some ramps, and you know, in time my legs will get stronger and stronger. And I already feel it that since I've been going to the skate park that I've been improving a lot, you know. Like, I mean, it's not much to normal people, but for me it's a lot, man. Just cruising around and just enjoying, you know. Enjoy the ride, baby. Yeah, my main thing is just to get that line to line manuals. That's it. That's the goal here, riding here, you know, on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Yeah, I could feel the difference already by when I'm trying to do switch manuals. I could feel like my legs are not so like odd position, you know, my feet. It feels almost natural, you know. Kind of like when people are playing guitar and they have to bend the fingers to put the pinky all the way, you know, like over here or something. That's what it feels like. I have to bend my ankles a little bit because that's the leading foot is the broken foot, you know. So yeah, so we're probably gonna be doing this for a little bit because you know, my brother-in-law and my sister, she's at the hospital, so there's no one in the house. I mean, if I go in there, all I'm gonna do is just gonna be like watching YouTube or something, you know. And I'd rather be out here on a nice day. Yeah, you notice the wind died down, right? So it's like nice and warm now because there's no wind, you know? Yeah, because I was thinking, I was waiting in the waiting room because they only allowed one person inside in her room. So my brother-in-law was like, "You want to go back home? Because I have to go get a phone charger and a jacket." He says it's very cold in there. So I was like, "Yeah, might as well go home." He's like, he says I don't need to be there. And her son, my nephew, Scott, I think he's coming over to later on, so, but so he's probably like, yeah, just go home and just, you do your thing. So I was like, okay. So we're doing our thing right now. I think I need to push more, push down more. I always feel like I think if the tricks, if I practice the trick long enough, that the muscle will develop and the trick will come, I know it's just a manual, but that's the beginning of all tricks, just manual tricks. I either push too much or not push enough. Push down too much or not enough. Most of the time it's not enough because I don't really want to skid my tail, because the road's kind of rough. I don't know, it sounds posing, but nobody wants a razor tail, Yeah, so I'd rather push not enough than too much. If you do too much, it's gonna skid the tail or the nose, and I don't know. Oh, forgot to tell you, got my watch back. So I put my watch back, got the battery from the last video, and so then I lost one of the screws. There's 4 screws. They have 4 little 4 little screws here, and I have this thick carpet in my room, and it fell in one of those carpet. All like, took me about 20 minutes to with the flashlight and everything, and just going little by little by little by little. It's crazy how when something bounces off the ground, that it bounced so far away from where it bounced, you know, even on carpet. So, but I'm glad now. Now I got a watch and I got 4 batteries. I think each battery should last at least a year, so that's 4 years worth of wristwatch batteries. And I like this watch too. It's G-Shock. I never had a G-Shock. It's my first G-Shock, I think. I'm pretty sure it's my first one. Thanks to Super Troy, one of the viewers a long time ago when I was in California. I did a catalog, Zoomies catalog, and he's like, "Hey, what's your PayPal?" I gave my PayPal, and then I don't have that PayPal anymore, by the way. And he put $110 in, and I got this. It was $100 plus tax. The reason is because I was all old school, and then I was like, fuck it, I'm not gonna lock my phone up, right? So I didn't put my password on my phone. And when I was in Florida, I was coming home from dialysis. What happened is my sister worked a swing shift. She worked at 8. I get home around 8:30, so she's gone already. So my phone fell out of my pocket in the Lyft ride, and yeah, so someone took my money and tried to get all, you know, they emptied my bank account, tried to get my PayPal and all that. So yeah, so I canceled that. So yeah, so now I put my password in the new phone. I know. Learn the hard way, right? That's how life is, man. Sometimes you gotta learn things the hard way. But we do things the hard way anyway. Like this, right? People hack to get better. We hack to get worse. I keep trying to go into the curb here. A little better. Yeah, but try to push harder. I'm going down more and more, but I'm just like thinking I want to scrape. Yeah, I know. Kind of dumb, right? See, in the skate park, you can drag the tail all you want, you know? Tail doesn't wear out because it's so slippery. But out here, you touch it just even once. Even like an ollie, a delayed ollie, it'll scrape like a good chunk of it. Yeah, I'm feeling that improvement a little bit, like 0.001 each time. So we're gonna be here for a while. Oh, almost scraped it. I should try to scrape it on purpose, because that right there, I didn't even touch it. I almost scraped, but I actually pushed hard on it. And it got a little bit of a manual. Yeah, I could force it, brute force it, like try to make it almost hit the ground, but I don't want to do that. I always believed in, like, if the trick's gonna come, you know, if I put enough time on it, it will come, you know. But then there's, like I said, you could brute force it, and you can make it, you know, force the landing and force the thing, but then you just get that one, and then just tells you that you could get it if you try enough times, but you know, your body is not ready and it's not gonna happen. But anyway, man, that's it. So just go upload the video, kick back, watch some videos of skateboarding or whatever, and maybe grab something to eat, wait for my brother-in-law to come back or whatever, see what the news is. But I know it should be all right, you know. God's in the driver's seat. And as you can see, I showed you all my surgeries. I made it through all those surgeries, you know what I mean? An appendix removal, you know. But anyway, like I said, if it's your time, baby. Cause life's a bitch, and then you die. So that's why you go visit your friends and family. That's the reason, baby. Because you know why? The dead do not need anything. When they're dead, that's it. They don't need anything. No flowers, no crying, no sadness, nothing can bring them back. So go visit your friends and family. Always, always. Keep on rolling. Running water goes stale. And always, number one, for sure, always have fun. When you have fun, things are so much easier to learn, and so much easier it comes by, and you enjoy it so much easier, and it's like, it just becomes natural. Because you just don't see me have fun, see me quit. And I'll be keeping the underground lit for you and me, alright? Alright, enjoy. See what happened? The scrape? You hear that? Chunga, 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 chunga.